Okay, going back to our proof picture from the problem before, we talked about what we knew about breaking tens into ones and breaking hundreds into tens, okay? Because we know a 10 is a group of ones and 100 is a group of 10 tens, okay? We had our problem here, and then we drew our picture to represent what happened, okay? Now we need to take what we did in the drawing and show it in our problem, okay? The first thing we had to do is start taking 83, 8 tens and 3 ones. When we started taking tens, we had this 100 and this 100 in our math picture when we drew 200. When we started taking tens out of this 100, it was no longer 100. We broke it, okay? So we had 2 total hundreds, but when we started taking some away from there, this is not 100 anymore. That left with us only 1 whole 100 left. So instead of 2 hundreds, we now only have 1 whole 100 left. This one is not a whole because we started taking some out of it. Okay? Now the next thing we need to look at what we did is we started taking tens, right? When we broke this 100, we took some of the tens away, okay? When we took those tens away, it changed it from a whole to a part, okay? Now look right here. We did the hundreds column, and this part is done. Check. Done. Now we need to look at the tens spot, okay? Can we take 8 tens from 0 tens? If you have 0 tens, can I come and take 8 from you? No, I can't. I have to find where those tens are, okay? Where would those tens be? Where can you get more tens? You can get more tens out of your 100, right? How many tens are in 100? 10. There are 10 tens in 100. So I'm going to change this to 10 tens, okay? Actually, I'm going to write it a little bit differently. I'm going to put it right there, so that is now a 10 tens, okay? Now, I'm not going to actually work this part of the problem until I look over here to see if it needs any help. Had to help this guy, had to help this guy. Now looking at the ones column, okay? Can I take 3 ones from 0 ones? If you have 3 pretzels, can I come take 3 from you? No, because you don't have 3. You have 0, okay? So I'm going to have to do something to help here. I'm actually going to come over, if I need more ones, I'm going to have to take them from the tens. So I'm going to take 1 10 from here and put it over here. So when I add 10 ones to 0, that changes this to just a 10, okay? And since I'm taking 1 from here, it's not 10 tens anymore, now it's 9 tens. Okay, I solved my problem with hundreds, I did some work with tens, I did some work with ones. Now I have numbers on top that I can take from, okay? 100 take away 0 hundreds leaves 100. 9 tens take away 8 tens leaves 110. 10 ones take away 3 ones leaves 7 ones. Now I've shown in my problem how I have what I have done in my picture. I broke 100. I broke a 10. I'm sorry, I broke tens, or I showed all the tens that were left. 1, 2, right here, 10 tens were left. And I broke my 10 to get more ones, okay? This looks really tricky, but really you did the exact same thing in your proof picture.